I've always had a terrible fear of bugs. I'm not entirely sure where it started, but I think it might have had something to do with when my dad showed me arachnophobia. Something about those big-ass spiders scurrying around and killing people just made any little bug something to fear. And even though it's not nearly as bad as it used to be, there's still some sort of primordial fear that arises whenever I get too close to them. So here's where the whole thing actually begins. I was moving into my new place earlier this year, getting everything unpacked, making things look all tidy, and just overall getting really excited about the whole new place and the possibilities that could come from it. So there I was. It was the end of a long day of unpacking and figuring out some stuff for the upcoming semester, and I needed to go to the bathroom. So I do my business as usual, not really thinking too much of anything. But as soon as I finish and flush the toilet, I turn my head to my right, and literally right in front of me is this huge sewer roach. I immediately freak the fuck out and book it to my bedroom as soon as possible. I mean, I didn't even wash off my filth-covered hands. It was just too much. A few minutes pass and I decide, okay, I need to do something about this. I can't just let this thing live with me. Thing is, by the time I muster up the courage to peek my head back into the bathroom, the thing was already long gone, which had made it very hard to go to sleep later. Well, about a week or two passed by again, and I had had just a long day. I was struggling a bit at school, and the shift that I had at my new job that day was particularly rough. So I decided to take some of the edge off by taking a hit of my favorite pen. And when I say take a hit, I mean multiple large hits. Like the type where you're questioning your reality, but in the best type of way. I was enjoying myself watching some YouTube on my bed when two things hit me really hard. The munchies and the intense heat of my bedroom. I literally went feral and crawled over to the kitchen. However, when I looked over at my cutting board, I saw it there again, just chilling. This was one of the worst feelings in the world, as being as high as I was then immediately thrown into a situation where I had to confront one of my worst fears. I literally just sat there for a bit, staring at this thing, and it then ran over to the junk drawer and squeezed itself between the cracks. I'm not exactly sure what made me do this next thing, because in hindsight, it probably would have just made me panic even more. But regardless, I went up to the drawer and opened it to try and find it, and it was just gone. Now, this upcoming final encounter absolutely pushed me over the edge here. I was showering at the end of my day to clean off the grime, grease, and some might even say crust, which was coating my body after a long shift. After turning off the water and stepping in front of my bathroom mirror to start drying myself off, I had noticed something terrible. There it was, on the towel, crawling towards my face. I threw the towel off of me as quick as I possibly could and ran out of the bathroom again. I saw it had crawled back under the towel as it was the closest dark place for it to hide, and at this point, something in me had snapped, and I felt nothing but pure rage. I grabbed my bat and started beating the ever-living shit out of this towel while completely naked, with the only objective on my mind being murder. Then, there it was. I saw its head peeking out for an escape. I was done waiting around, and I swung at this thing with everything I had. The roach had other plans though, because it went fucking Super Saiyan, and with the bat literally being an inch away from flatlining it, it had managed to jump out just barely in time and go behind the toilet, where even after searching, I couldn't find it anywhere. I haven't seen it since then, and in all honesty, I highly doubt I ever will see it again. Thing is though, I never did see it die or find a body, so for all I know, it could be lurking around any corner, just waiting for its chance to get back at my attempts at its life. Or maybe it's just dead. Peace!